So Chris has me out of position. He has me connected with his hands, very common position here, right? I'm kind of flat on my back. My hands are on the outside. So I want to get myself back in position and get him out of position. What I do from here, I call the Superman, right? And it works very good for MMA. A little hard to do when we're just grappling and just be friends with each other because this can be kind of a dick move. But it works. So I'm trapped here, so I need to go ahead and disrupt his base in some way or form to get my hands back in. So how this technique works best with is with guys that aren't letting me have my knee come in. So most guys keep this knee down, just like he's doing. Because if he were to go ahead and, I see a lot of beginner guys do this, put their leg all the way out because they think they're put away, well then all I do is this. Now he's actually in a really bad position because now I have his arm and he's in trouble. So most guys, after a couple months of jiu-jitsu, realize, oh shit, if I keep my knee in, you know, the guy on the bottom can't get his knee out, right? So I'm going to take advantage of that, and I'm going to go ahead and create a trip. I'm going to block his, I'm going to post up on his leg. So what I'm going to do is, here he has a base. His center of gravity is between his knees. So somehow I need to get his center of gravity outside of his knees. I always break things down real fucking mathematical, sorry guys. I want his center of gravity outside of his knees. So he has to either A, I'll sweep him, or B, he will nullify my sweep, but by doing so, he's going to open up and have to make an adjustment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to trap his thigh, and I'm going to move my foot back to this position just for half a second so that I have power. You guys see what I'm doing right here? This is going to allow me to do an upa. Everybody learned that first day of jiu-jitsu, right? When the guy's mounting you, you drive your hips in. So now I'm going to use the strongest part of my body, my glutes, my hamstring, and I'm going to use my hips to drive in towards his leg, just like this, right? At the same time, to add to the fact I want to move his center of gravity outside of now his knee because I've created a post, I've blocked his post, so that he can't just adjust with his leg very easily. I'm going to go ahead and push him on the top of the head. The reason why I don't push on the neck is because who here does Muay Thai, right? You don't grab the base of the neck, everybody's strong here, even wrestling. The higher I grab up on his neck, the weaker he'll be because the longer my lever is. So I'm just going to push. When I'm doing this in the fights, I hit people. Just, you know, I'm just going to cross-face the living daylights out of him with my bicep. In practice, I still kind of do it, but I can do it nice and still get the point across. And that's what happens. Everybody doesn't want to get swept. If he holds my head and he's a complete guppy, he's just determined, what's going to end up happening, which is a blessing when it happens, but just don't count on it, because usually most guys won't do this. If he's just like a monkey with his hand in the jar, he will not let go. When I switch and I Superman, so I've trapped him, and it's not me using my arm to knock him over, I'm just moving his head as I drive my hips, and I roll across my shoulder. This will happen. And believe it or not, I've actually, a couple of black belts have actually slipped with it, because they're so happy that they're here on me. Oh my God! And they don't want to let go, and then I roll them.